Mic test. No, it is working. Good, 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 good. Okay, right. Well, I guess let's get back to some Death Stranding and build up that generator and see how the bike goes. Did we not already read every mail? Oh, I guess it's a new one. Right, so from Benjamin Hancock, the meaning of chirality. Dear Sam, sorry you had to go through the trouble of chasing down that part for us, but believe me, you've done us a great service. Thanks to you, our Chiral printer's finally up and running. Didn't think it would ever happen, if I'm honest. But it did, and now we don't have to rely on porters as much as before. We can make a lot of what we require with our printer. And if we need intel on the outside world, it's right there at our fingertips. On behalf of myself and everybody else here at the Distro Center, thanks. None of this would have been possible without you. Funny story. The other day I was using the network to read up on the word chiral and where it comes from. Turns out it's Greek, means hand. But you didn't know that, did you? I think we already had a mail explaining that from someone, or one of the data points from either Deadman or Die Hardman or something. Whatever. The text went on about how your right hand is a mirror image of your left, but only if you put your palms together, and if you point them away and lay one hand on top of the other, well, that's chirality. That's how I understood it anyhow. What's it got to do with the network? I'm not really sure. Something about routing communication through the beach, which is basically another world like ours, but not really. So when you force elements of the two into contact, that triggers a void out. Anyway, all I know is that while I hope you keep on doing what you're doing to bring us together, you'd best leave the dead out of it. You hear? Yeah, great, thanks. I didn't get any more likes, did I, from people on signing in? Oh. Okay, thank you to the people who actually liked multiple times, which seems to be only maybe one. Here I am dropping 100 likes on items that I see and use, and yeah, the amount of people that only drop one like is breaks my heart. Right.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Keep on keeping on. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
What sign can we put here then? We get zip lines eventually. Okay, cool. I think enough people to put signs there. I don't want to increase it anymore.
Keep on keeping Weapons on. Restrictions lifted.
Anybody home?
Oh. Do. So if you tap. Okay, yeah, if you tap, then that's good. That's good for putting it away. I didn't realize you could just tap left to put it away.
Now then. Construction complete.
Name's Sam.
Looks like you've got an empty container there, huh? Feel free to submit junk like that to Bridges. You might not have a use for it, but we do.
Oh, that's all orange card, okay.
Bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
I'll keep the character thing from Luden's fan. Recycle. Okay, that's good stuff. I forgot to change my category. Okay. So I can't submerge that. That has to go back to Capital City.
This is a somewhat
Yeah.
You're good.
Okay, accept orders, delivery time 30 minutes. Might rush back with that stuff then to we have 2 PCCs, so we have 2 in supplies, so we should be good with that.
That's a breathable container, remember? For its passengers' sake, don't immerse it in water.
Okay, confirm that.
Thank you for your contribution. Order assigned. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey. restrictions lifted.
Okay, so can I not load anything else onto the bike? Throw that on the back. Guess we'll confirm this and get going.
Right on.
Right, so we need to get to now we're going back to capital, not city. So my save here. I can't say while driving. Hold on then. Take it off the vehicle. Take it off.
Gotta stretch my legs.
Okay. This is probably gonna go bad, but you can see the path starting to be forged by people walking. Should be fine for not being too submerged there, right? Hopefully.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Okay.
Just open the cargo menu, please. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I have to look for everything as a destination. Okay, so that's one that I need to have here. That's also what I need to have here. That I need to have here. That I need to have here. That does not, so I can go on the bike. Drop 6 kilos, but this is all going here, right? Okay, that should be everything that we have for this order.
Welcome to Capital Knot City. Proceed Proceed to distribution center. Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Okay, make
Sam.
delivery.
First, deliver your cargo, then you can take on new requests.
Okay, deliver requested cargo. Okay, confirm.
Welcome back, Sam Bridges. Always a pleasure. Thanks for the delivery. Well, Sam Bridges does it again. Crypto bio should be fine. Much obliged.
A lot of people want Rumble the Incinerator to come back this way, it seems. Only an A. Thought I did far better than that. Whatever. New interview data: Egyptian mummies, pyramids, etc., the corals of the seam, and cryptobiotes. Well, at least I got an S for that. You've been awarded the title of Expert Handler. More successful deliveries will earn you greater trust and respect. You've now reached Miscellaneous Grade 20. You will now receive more likes. Maybe that's why I wasn't getting enough likes in the past. I'm not sure.
Hey, I got something for you.
Easton wishes to express his gratitude. He has given you a cap.
Okay, safe travels. There's something different about you. Can't quite put my finger on what. But I swear, I'm not imagining it.
I'm impressed, Sam. You've brought pretty much the entire region together. But the further west you head, the more you're going to have to deal with BTs. Now, we're always looking for new, more permanent solutions. And we know your blood has a measurable effect on them. I told you before that Mama's developing a weapon to leverage that, which is why we need a way to artificially produce more of it. Hence the cryptobiotes. But maybe you already figured it out. If all goes according to plan, we might be able to turn the tide. But first, it's time to bring Port Knot City into the UCA. The order from Die Hartman is waiting on the delivery terminal.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
What's the order?
Sam, I received word from Mama that she's completed her anti-BT weapon. Prototypes of her design form a part of your next shipment. A delivery of relief supplies for the people of Port Knot City. Port Knot City is a fair distance from BT territory, but the weapons should come in handy if any stray too close. They'll also provide people with the means to defend themselves when traveling outside the city limits. The shipment also includes a variety of medicines, as well as human sperm and egg samples. These specimens are essential for maintaining genetic diversity as they were donated by civilians living outside the major population centers. By taking advantage of chiralium's temporal properties, we can ensure they remain viable for as long as required. After the shipment's been processed, connect the Cupid. Now, once that's done, the entire region will be integrated into the chiral network. Afterwards, you'll be pushing on to Lake Knot City. So we've included relief supplies for the people there as well. Of course, to get there, you'll need to cross over the lake in between. Details on that will be in a second order you'll need to accept then. Without a doubt, this will be your longest run for us to date. Make sure you've got everything you need.
Okay, there's cargo. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Fuck. Or the Ludens fan thing. Fuck. Whatever, I wasn't paying attention. What do I get for being distracted? Right. What orders have we got? Okay, well, we are going there next, and we can also sort that out. Wind farm again?
Order assigned. Delivery per...
Okay, yeah, sure, select, accept orders.
That's a transfusion bag containing blood drawn from you. While equipped, it'll gradually replenish yours.
Okay, so we've got our blood bags.
Sam, this is our first attempt at developing an anti-BT weapon. I had to work fast with what we had, so they're basically modified hand grenades. At least, that's how they're meant to function. They've never actually been tested in the field. Who knows? You might be the first person to kill a BT. And wouldn't that be something? But, even if they do work, don't forget that they're fueled by your blood. Use too much, and you'll give yourself anemia.
Well, I can recycle some resins unless they need to go. Well, they do need to go elsewhere. Fuck.
Order assigned.
Oh shit, the tranquilizers need to be delivered in 45 minutes. Fuck's sake, right. Is the clock still ticking whenever I pause? Okay. If I hadn't known that now, I wouldn't have taken on this one straight away. Okay, the wind farm will have to wait. Right, so I need to drop some cargo and rush up. Okay, that doesn't change anything, so let's drop that on the ground.
Sam, up for performing an experiment with hematic grenades? Might be worth taking a look.
Sam, looks like you've got some more orders to take care of. Remember, once you get to Fort Knot City, you'll be crossing the lake. So you should make any pending deliveries before then. Take a look at your map.
Okay, right. should be enough.
And figure out the most efficient way to get to all the places you need to go.
Can I just take the bike down? Cargo.
Have a pleasant journey.
Okay.
Weapons restricted. Lifted. Sam, having dooms gives you advantages most folks don't have. But as capable as you are, you're also a member of Bridges now. An organization filled with experts in a whole variety of fields, all of whom are ready and willing to help. The team is here for you, Sam. All you have to do is ask. Got it? Good.
Over here!
Risk it. load that onto the bike. Load all the heaviest stuff onto the bike. So can we not load stuff onto the trike? No. Right, okay. Gotta get off, just...
Still got it.
Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked
Stretch
until
my legs.
departure.
Okay, so that needs to go here. Go on the bike now.
Cargo verified. Thank you.
What lost cargo have I got?
Delivering cargo.
Why did you leave your practical vehicle?
Thank you, Sam. Gotta say, you truly are incredible.
But welcome. You really missed me fucking things up there a few minutes ago. No, I do not. But thank you anyway.
Delivering cargo.
I'm so glad you're here.
Everything looks to be in good shape.
Wait, was that the only one that had a delivery time of 45 minutes on? Okay, we can have a pink Luden's mask now.
All right then. Thanks for everything.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
Was that really the timed odd? Just the way station? Alright, yeah, I have to get the confidential documents.
Ah, a supply request. Up for taking care of it? Thanks, Sam. And we could use more people like you.
Oh, so Luden's fans there, okay. It's the fucking wind farm. So if I accept these orders, I've got plenty of PCCs too, so... So we only have the one thing left with the delivery time on it, right? Okay.
time.
Okay, right. That's 86 kilos though, so I'll need to drop a lot of stuff before I can take that on. We'll take this other stuff back to Capital Knot City again.
Keep on keeping on.
The BT to be back in this other area now.
I'm Sam! My name's Sam too.
Yes, actually, we have a bike now. It's nice. Shit, man, should we around this area? Ah, this is not what I need. So I could have just snuck around before instead of trying to go around the back way. At least I know for next time. As well as having the bike actually, we can also see the path starting to be formed by people on their own walking. Here you can see where people have walked a lot, there's a lot of pathways. It's starting to open up, the ground starts to clear. The pathways that people take when leaving the city.
I wonder if anyone's watching. Right. Good charge.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID.
Only if I leave like a load of
Capital Knot City.
stuff behind in the same area will I be able to tell my fellows there. So I haven't done that. But I can always leave down signs to tell people to watch out behind the step or whatever.
All clear. Welcome, Sam Border Bridges.
Thanks for the delivery. Lightning quick as always.
I don't get like a lot of bonuses for a quick delivery. Like for a really quick delivery. I was 40 minutes under the time for fuck's sake.
See you soon, brother.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
God, seriously, how many fucking orders are there gonna be?
Sam, Mama here. Up for performing an experiment with hematic grenades? Hartman tells me they can drive BTs back to the other side. At which point, the ambient beryllium in the surrounding area should crystallize. It's the resulting crystals that I'm after. I'd like you to bring them in for study. So, to recap, take out a BT using hematic grenades and collect any chiral crystals that form when it dies. Afterwards, bring the chiral crystals to Capital Knot's Western Distro Center. It's a lot to ask, I know, but I wouldn't if it wasn't important.
So they actually want me to go there and take out a BT in that area. Right. Kilograms though. Fuck's sake, this management's getting tough. Oh, this grenade's destroyed, so I may as well recycle it. So I have to go to a BT area, right? Yeah, so that's what it's adapted for. Alright. Let's recycle. What can we recycle? Recycle that.
Thank you for your contribution.
I guess let's go and have a shower now to wipe all this fucking beryllium all off of us. we're gonna go to kill a BT. We still have to get a book from a mule. Camp. This is all gonna take so long.
Good morning, Sam. Blood collection complete. Thank you for your generosity.
So I've got mail. Got a lot of stuff, it seems.
EX grenade number 0.
Don't we all, TXG? Don't we all? At this point, I don't know why I'm not skipping these cutscenes.
That should suffice. Glad to see everything's in good working order. Another of our new EX grenades, the number 1. So named because it contains a vaporized extract formulated from your urine. Compared to our first iteration, this EX grenade contains a higher concentration of your fluids, which should make it more effective against BTs. Whenever you avail yourself of your private room's facilities, we will collect the results and produce additional units for your use. So you needn't worry about running out. The latest in our line of EX grenades. I give you the number 2. As you may have surmised, this model was produced with various extracts refined from your fecal matter. We suspect that your regular consumption of cryptobiotes has led you to excrete certain compounds that may prove especially effective against BTs. If you would like us to produce more, you need only furnish us with the requisite raw materials via your private room's toilet. I look forward to your feedback.
Right. Well, let's watch the cutscene from putting on the hat for once. Alright, let's see how many likes we can get from BB now. What? None? I feel fucking useless and like an idiot for putting on the hat. How, TXG? How? Right. I guess let's look at the mail while we're here. To the man who delivers, I'm sorry. Sam, first off, sorry for calling you a newbie last time. You're Sam Bridges, a freaking living legend. And there I was, talking to you like this was your first day in the job. Dead man was none too happy about me treating you like this. Like this was your first rodeo. Man, do I feel like a dumbass. If you're the one helping us expand the network from coast to coast, we're in safe hands for sure. Guess the day America rises from the ashes might not be so far off after all. So you were a member of Bridges before you were a reporter, and now you're back to the in the shit after what, 10 years? Suppose that means you outrank me. Though I reckon you're not the type to care about all that. Out of curiosity, have you been using your private room to kick back and relax while listening to some music? The director asked us to hook you up with some tracks from Low Roar. Said there's no better way to unwind after a hard day. I checked him out myself, and I have to say, he knows what he's talking about. Really got the juices flowing. Oxytocin, too. This Low Roar, loving this. My favorite tracks. My favorite's a track called Pop Virus, and I think you might like it too. Apparently, it's about a virus that destroys everything people think they know about music, allowing something completely new to be created in its place. Kind of like what you're doing with America, right? Taking a busted foundation and rebuilding it to make something better in the long run. Give it a listen when you have a chance. Dear Sam, thanks again for all your help. The Cowler printer's still running like a dream, and it kind of feels like one too, seeing all these new buildings popping up out here. It hasn't solved all our problems, of course. The nearby wasteland's still crawling with BTs, but now we can obtain a good chunk of our supplies via the network, and they can't interfere with that. To think we're connected to even all the way out here. Didn't used to think it was such a special thing. The whole world was one big network back before the Death Stranding. Video, audio, text, every bit of information was available to one and all. But now we've gone one better. The chiral network and the printer can be used to send tangible things. Well, in a way. Welcome to the new America. Once we're able to send food and medicine too, you won't have to put your neck on the line for our sake anymore. Hope that day comes soon. I really do. Bridge links make the world a better place. Hey Sam, sounds like you're still showing us all how it's done. I've been making more and more deliveries myself though. I'll have you know, the Oxy really helps me cope with the fear, so thanks for that. But don't go thinking I've got ice in my veins or anything. I still panic easy and still drop plenty of cargo when I do. Doubt I'm the only one though. I found plenty of stuff that some other porters must have lost on a run. I try to do the right thing, take what drop cargo I can to the nearest post box and leave weapons and gear in the share lockers. Won't lie, sometimes I feel like saying fuck it and letting it lie, but what goes around comes around, right? I hope someone recover. I helped someone recover lost cargo, someone will do the same for me. That's how bridge links are formed, after all. Most of us will never be legends like you, no shame in that. But if we work together and make connections, well, we can at least make the world a better place. And that's where bridge links come in. Together, we can accomplish so much more than we could on our own, and that's the truth. Right. How many tips have we got to go through now? Tips. Tips out the wazoo. Oh wait, there's still a few more at the bottom there. So many tips. Okay, let's have a look at interviews. Right. Die Hardman likes secrete oxytocin. Before the Stranding, the whole world was connected. There were networks, social networks we called them, that people used to communicate all the time. They shared all sorts of stuff through them. A random thought, a pretty picture, a home movie, you name it. And if you liked something that someone else had uploaded, you let them know by giving them, well, a like. Sounds weird, I know, but that's the truth. Eventually someone ran tests on the use of these networks and discovered that receiving a like triggered a rush of oxytocin. The theory was that it stemmed from a sense of being acknowledged. Even though you couldn't see the person you were interacting with, it still felt like they were accepting you, praising you. And who wouldn't like that? But that same process is at the heart of the mule phenomenon. It's believed that an overdependence on oxytocin rush provided by these kinds of interactions is a factor in porters going rogue. With this in mind, it wouldn't be wrong to characterize mules as oxytocin addicts. In essence, they're social animals at the mercy of validation. Right, BB echolocation. Dolphins use a sensory mechanism known as echolocation to keep track of both their fellow pod members and any potential prey. As the name suggests, they produce sounds which bounce off objects and return as echoes, allowing them to get an idea of their surroundings. Interesting in and of itself, of course, but what I find more interesting is the recent research suggesting that BBs use a similar method to detect BTs. As you know, BB pods are designed to mimic the conditions inside a human womb, and are key to preserving the BB's connections with this world and the next. Well, research now suggests that BBs are capable of producing something not unlike a dolphin's sound waves. These pulsals travel through the amniotic fluid and out the other side, bounce off BTs and return as echoes, allowing a BB to ascertain the location of threats. Pretty cool, right? At what point can a man truly understand what it means to die? It would seem reasonable to suggest that it was when he began to bury his dead, a practice which originated with the Neanderthals. In a way, one might say that our growing understanding of death drove our development as a species, our fear of it, our attempts to conquer it. Why, it could be argued our entire history revolves around these obsessions. Take the Great Pyramids of Egypt, or the tombs of the ancient emperors of China. The more powerful the person, the bigger and grander their final resting place. Or to posit a more radical theory, could the very concepts of power and society themselves have emerged solely to facilitate the creation of such monuments, such challenges to the finality of death? Either way, in leaving something behind they hoped might endure through the ages, the builders of these edifices believed that they too might live on forever. The mummies of Egyptians are another means by which man sought to fulfill his desire to escape the finality of death. They were created that the spiritual self, the Ka, would have a physical vessel, or Ha, to which it could return. The Sokushinbutsu, or mummified monks of Buddhism, are similar in this respect. However, the monks in question aimed to transition straight from the to Buddhahood, in other words, to forego death altogether. But now that the beach has brought us into direct contact with the world beyond, our relationship with death must further evolve. The next stage in our understanding is upon us. Okay, right, we've got this. Life began in the oceans, and as it evolved, it graduated to the land. At least that's what is believed until recently. To creatures of the sea, this land is a harsh and unforgiving place. Given this, what could possibly have compelled these organisms to make such a drastic transition? Consider that fossils of the first fish to adapt themselves to land have been found in regions with unusually large tidal range. Could it be that these creatures developed legs in order to more swiftly return to the safety of the sea when stranded? Could their evolutionary leap have been triggered by this traumatic experience? If so, could similar circumstances have shaped the evolution of the coral-like organisms that inhabit the sea, and driven them to develop an ability to live between life and death, between time and timelessness? Coral is, after all, older than any organism of the land, and hardly enough to have weathered the mass extinction of 540 million years ago. And it is a life form upon which many other organisms rely for survival. Bearing all this in mind, one could argue that the ability to survive in the sea is indicative of profound evolutionary leap. Okay, dooms in the zodiac from an astrologer. Astrologers like me are used to having our work dismissed incorrectly, of course, as unscientific mumbo-jumbo, but since the Death Stranding, more and more people have started to take an interest in what's known as astropsychology, a discipline that combines astrology with various forms of psychology. The fact that each person has a beach to which they are spiritually connected has doubtless contributed to this trend. These days, there are even psychotherapists who use astrological techniques in their counseling sessions. Perhaps the most interesting recent development of all, however, is the discovery that the alignment of celestial bodies at the moment of one's birth can influence one's relationship with the condition known as dooms. Of course, Beryllium in the Earth's atmosphere means that it's difficult, dare I say impossible, to actually observe the constellations at any point. To come to the conclusion that they have therefore no effect upon human lives, however, would be a foolish error indeed. Okay, right, well that's all caught up with. Guess let's go up and see what we can do.
Fucking idiot. Thinking you could keep us safe. Man like you. I'd put on that bet. It's just you and me now, baby. That's all I got. I'll keep you safe. No matter what.
Hold on, so what do I have to deliver and where? Because that's the controversial documents that are there at the mule post box. So we've got the BT area to sort out. Got Luden's fan there. Got the wind farm to do, we've got all that stuff to do over there. Christ, it's gonna take forever, isn't it?
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Out of the submarine area. No, nothing. Okay, right. Just go.
Safe travels.
Fuck! Oh shit! Go! Oh, fucking room cargo. Great. Get out of this time fall. Time fall. So many freaking orders to do, it's ridiculous.
Bonds down. Scanning bridges. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure.
Okay, I'll not accept it then. Alright, I guess we'll go and do some of the other deliveries. Or what deliveries have we got to do? We still have to go and get the okay, well, if we're coming back this way, right? Well, let's...
Was hoping to drop by.
Alright, so we have the delivery to Luden's fan, so we can go to Luden's fan next.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Thanks for the help. This one's for you.
BTs again. This isn't good. Slowly just get away then. So much ruined cargo. What? We'll just take what we have anyway. I do want to go and see who's from.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons decontaminated. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Gotta stretch my legs.
rest of us to shame. Fine by me.
Okay, well, we're almost up to level 5 for Benjamin Hancock.
Bye, Sam. The legend returned. How you doing, Sam? Not bad, not bad. I've seen worse. Bye, Sam.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for...
Okay, right, what's the order then? Stuck in the wind farm. God, so many 60-kilogram things to do. The wind farm and the delivery time on it too. Okay, so we've got Luden's farm next, right?
Be upon keeping up. Have a pleasant journey.
Right. Luden's fan is actually around where the fucking thing is, right?
Keep on keeping up.
Okay, well, I guess we'll do Luden's Fan as our last destination for today. See how it goes.
Beginning scan. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Wait, what? Oh, right, okay. Wait, why can I not deliver that? Have I not got 5 of them? Oh, I've only got 4 out of 5. Is that what it is? Okay, well, we'll deliver this.
Delivering cargo.
You the delivery dude? Oh, that's a relief. I've just about given up on you. I don't know how you do it. I really don't. Respect, man. Seriously? Respect. About time I hopped on the whole chiral network bandwagon, am I right? Join the UCA and all that. You can help me do that, yeah?
Okay, well that explains why there was that gap in the chiral network. Okay, now we've got Jeff Keighley in here, I guess.
Oh, thank you, Sam. Hey, take care out there. Hate for this to be the last time we meet, you know? So, I'm gonna need a moment to look... But I'll hit you back... Hey... Don't wanna be...
Don't be weird, but I feel like you and I might have a connection or something. Yeah. Sure.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal or further.
What's the 3 orders? Oh my god, seriously? Okay. I need to deliver one more, right? Okay, well, I think I'm done now with Death Stranding, for this stream at least. I'm not sure if I'll stream it again in the next run through, because it's getting... I feel like I need to do a bunch of different stuff really that is not too exciting for streaming. At least that's the way it seems to me. How do you feel about it, TXG? Are you still looking to watch more? Honest opinion.
Everything's okay. That's right, just sleep.
What do you mean you don't have feelings? Alright, well, we'll see how I feel myself then. How it goes. We're already how many hours in? I don't... So I can't even go and look. But, log. No, that's not anywhere to look. Whatever. Okay, fine. Alright. Well, we'll see. If I come across anything exciting, I might drop a stream down at some point, but otherwise I might just start playing offline or off stream and see how it goes. Because like what, we're like 10 hours in and not much has happened, and from what I believe, not much will be happening. And any stories that I want to do, I like fucking do pop up. I don't know. We'll see. Right. Okay, I'm done here. We've seen Jeff Keighley, so that's a massive moment out of the way, I suppose. Yay.